And if
So, good morning everyone, welcome to the morning after show, the morning after the night before. Newcastle slumped to yet another defeat away to Arsenal. Oh my word, where can you start with this one? Obviously, Arsenal, you never expect to beat them, even though they've had a topsy-turvy season. You know, they've come into a bit of form recently. They weren't very good in the last game against Palace, but that, you know, individually, they have better players than us. They're not the most cohesive team. But, you know, with the quality of Aubameyang, you know, the young lad in midfield, Monroe Smith, or Smith Rowe, sorry, who scored against us in the cup, he looks a fantastic midfield player. So it was always going to be a back to the wall job, but, you know, the gloves are off, so we're going to go for it. And, you know, we started two strikers, so I'll just rattle through the starting 11. Carl Darlow, obviously you cannot take him out of the team, he's too good, he doesn't deserve to be dropped. Flat back four, Emil Kraft at right back. He looks comfortable in the flat back four. Does not get forward very well, but okay. Jamal Lascelles, I was surprised to see him start. So it's nice to see him back, but you know, he played 45 minutes against Arsenal. Did not look good. Was hooked at half time. Then he didn't play against Sheffield, so I thought perhaps it's a bit soon to rush him back. But no Fernandes on the bench, as he got a knock. He's out of contract soon. Same with Fabian Schär, not on the bench. So, okay, Kieran Clark alongside Jamal, fine. Jamal Lewis, okay, he's had some poor form recently, but you know you got to play him out of it. He's got to play at some point. He hasn't played for a while. Midfield pairing of Matty Longstaff and Jonjo Shelvey. Nice to see Matty start. I probably think that Jonjo's days are over as the Newcastle United midfielder. And I think our ideal partnership is Matty alongside Isaac. But Isaac was rested, fair play, because he played a lot of football recently, considering he was one of the ones most affected by COVID. So you think, okay, Jonjo, prove yourself, a bit of quality in midfield. Then my main gripe was we played Callum Wilson and Andy Carroll up top. I haven't got a problem with that. Not got a problem with that at all. But the wide players, you've got a right-footed player on the left. Joelinton, what is he? Is he a striker? Is he a number 10? Is he a left midfielder? I'd say none of them. So he's surplus to requirements. But anyway, you're playing him on the left-hand side, and you're playing Miggy, left-footed player on the right. So we need balls into the box for the system to work. Carroll is an aerial threat. Everyone knows that. He's on his day. He's probably the best header of the ball, certainly in the Premier League, maybe the world. Those days are gone, but anyway, he's still a threat up top. Him and Wilson seem to link fairly well, but so they're in the box, the two of them, at all times when we've got the ball. Miggy's getting the ball on the right hand side and cutting inside, looking for options, and he's cutting inside and that diagonal is on, but Carroll isn't the most mobile player, so that's never going to work. The ball's not going in the box enough. Same with Joelinton, he cut inside, chicken shit, give the ball to the defence. So I'm not blaming this on Andy Carroll, but there's no point playing him if that's the system you're going to play with wide players. It would have made sense to put Miggy on the left, bit of dynamism to help out Jamal Lewis, who's obviously hasn't played well recently. You know, his first game back, just a bit of security, you know, bit of effort in front of him. You know, you can give Miggy all a show for the ball. Or you could have played rested Miggy, put him on the bench again, and had Matt Ritchie on the left. You could have whipped balls in for fun for Wilson and Carroll, and then I certainly think Jacob Murphy should have started on the right. It was said to me by a friend of mine that Miggy was obviously playing on the right to give Kraft a bit of protection. Maybe, I can understand that. But Murphy has played right wing back in the past and done okay. I think it was against Wolves. He's played right back against Leeds. All right, that didn't work. But, you know, he's another high energy player. And because of his experience at right wing back, I'm sure he would have helped Kraft when he needed to. But Murphy can get balls in the box. And obviously, just touching on Murphy quickly, he's got a lot of criticism recently because I've seen when he does play, if he doesn't pass the ball or shoot quickly or cross quickly, he seems to, and if there's no one to take on, he seems to like get a bit, not flustered, but run out of ideas and think, oh, I don't know what to do. With Carroll, and this was why it was laughable why they took Carroll off, or he took Carroll off for Murphy. But with Carroll and Wilson up top, you could get Kraft, feed the ball, because Kraft gives the ball to Miggy quite a lot. Feed the ball down the right to Jacob Murphy, one touch straight away. He doesn't even need to look. He knows that Carroll wants the ball in the box. He can just whip it in. Doesn't even have to look. Just one touch, bang, get it in. Same with Richie on the left-hand side. So then it was nonsensical that you brought Murphy on, who's probably our best right-footed crosser, I would say, and then took off our aerial threat and put Joelinton up top. It's mental. So straight away now, when I spoke about Murphy's hesitation, that's reintroduced because Wilson's having to do all the work. Joelinton is never going to be in the box properly, never going to be in the right position, never making the right runs. So Murphy then has to look for other options, dithers maybe, and yeah. It's not a dig at Jacob Murphy. He's one of my favourite players. I think on his day, I think under the right manager, he could really progress because, I mean, we go back to that cross against West Brom for Gale. Oh, perfect. Now, if he was on the pitch at the same time as Carroll, he would be playing it would not be Route 1 football because we play the ball in the midfield, but get to the byline. Murphy, he'd love to take a man on, beat a man. He would also pin back Kieran Tierney more. Miggy wasn't pinning back Kieran Tierney because he was coming inside all the time, lose the ball, freedom. That down behind him, whereas Murphy would drive at him and he would have pinned him back. Byline, looping balls up, getting good crossing. Richie would just get the ball out of his feet straight away, look up, bang, in it goes. I don't know. It's like it's like it's like racing a monster truck at Monza or at Silverstone. It just doesn't make, like putting a Ferrari on a rally track. It just doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. But I'm being called away. I'm going to knock it on the head there because there's too much to moan about. But Ashley, I'll just say directly to you, you have to make a decision because your business is going to suffer or is suffering. Your investment is going to plummet and your returns for this business that you apparently want to sell, if you do want to sell it, you have to make changes quickly because it's going to, oh my God. We're in a relegation fight heavy now and I don't think we're going to stay up if things stay the same. It's salvageable. I've got decent players. They've clearly given up, which you can pin all the blame at Bruce if you want. I will blame the players for that because no matter who the manager is, when you're across that white line, effort needs to be shown. I didn't see enough effort from certain people tonight. John Joe Shelby, I'm looking at you. So we need big changes. Another manager needs to come in as soon as possible. Else we will be relegated. Make no mistake about it. Yeah, I could go on all night about how crap that was, but that is my only message really. My main frustration was, like I said, Jamal Lascelles, I think he was stitched up, put in too soon. He had a good first half, second half he crumbled. The wide players with Carroll, which I've already spoken about. I'm not even going to go into this whole gloves are off malarkey because that's the biggest load of bollocks I've ever heard. Yeah, so looking forward to... No, I'm not looking forward to it actually. We're looking ahead to Villa, the next game, on Saturday. Hopefully we can do some sort of improvement, get a result, get a fluke result, like Steve Bruce's speciality. But we're not even doing them anymore. That used to be his thing. All of last season was under the cosh, pull a result out of the bag. That hasn't happened for some time. I'm hoping, what we're on Tuesday morning now, I'm hoping Mike Ashley makes a change before Saturday. It's not going to be enough to save this game on Saturday because there's not enough time, but come on, please. If you want to sell the club like you apparently want to, the Saudis aren't going to come in if we're in the Championship. They're going to be. They'll look at another side. Please.